Hello everyone and welcome back to another subscription reveal video for January 2023, our first subscription of the new year. So I wanted to take a moment just before I get into the actual designs where I could just talk very briefly about the design inspiration and where the ideas came from for this pack, because I think it's worth just taking a minute this month. And basically the theme or words are evading me. The title of this month is Remember Your Power. And I was inspired to create this because, like so many of you watch the news and there are so many problems going on in the world right now. There are so many things happening that are directly affecting us right now, whether it's our bank balances and all the rest of it and all these huge challenges we face as a nation, as the world. And I keep getting this overwhelming sense of absolute powerlessness, that there is literally nothing I can do, and that is not a great feeling. That's not a great feeling, certainly to be taking into the new year, to be working on our goals. It's not very motivating, it's not inspiring, and I just think it's a really, really easy kind of mindset trap to fall into. You see things, and let's just take the example of like the Bank of England raising interest rates, right? A bunch of people in a room, in a big building, decide how much you pay on your mortgage, whether you can afford a house or not. And for so many of us, it's such an important goal, and it's just such an important part of our lives, and it's something which a lot of the time we feel quite powerless over. And I wanted to create a pack to help us to remember the things that we can control, and that sense of powerfulness that we all need to really ignite within ourselves to get through challenging times. So I will talk a bit more about this as we go through, but that is the aim of this pack, is to really help you to feel uplifted, to remember your power when we go through these challenging times together, and to hopefully help you feel more inspired, motivated and uplifted going into the new year and facing, even more challenges. Because I know, like so many of you, weariness from COVID to cost of living, it's just been one thing after another. So that is my aim for this pack. I really hope you like it. It's a bit different, so I will show you those as we are going through. And so enough talking, let's check out the designs. So getting into the designs, so the first thing I'll say is the artwork for this, in line with the theme. I saw a photograph on Pinterest of a sunrise over some mountains, and that is kind of what I sort of emulated in this pack. So this is the art print for the month. The darkest skies make for the brightest and most beautiful stars. I absolutely love it. You'll see this whole sunrise theme throughout all of the designs in this pack as well. It's very soft pastel yellows, these really punchy deep purples as well at the top. Into the main designs then. So this is our sheet 1 for the month. Again, really gorgeous, like popping bright blues and purples for our numbers. Our moon faces are all in all different colours, and down the side the illustrated circles, you'll see these beautiful mountains going through some of the other designs as well. I've kind of done them quite abstract, and as you go up you've got sort of like sun symbols and then up into the stars at the top, which I think it looks really cool, really effective. So I'm super pleased how these turned out. Down the side you've got this, and yes you can. So some classic quotes for our quote box downside. I mean, I just don't feel like you can have too many you got this around. Some really lots and lots of quotes in this pack, loads of quotes. So next up we have sheet number 2. So we've got all of our different boxes on here. Again, it's a beautiful kind of sunrise effect going through. I kept a lot of these really light, so as, you can write on them and it shows up really nice. I did test, it does show up nicely when you write on this one as well, but kept it really nice and light so you can add in these like real pops of colour on your pages. And I've got a couple of like sample pages to show you as well, to give you some like design inspiration for this one. Down here we've got powerful, and you might have noticed that we have a very distinctive font for this pack. So I got a new font for this, which as we go through, it's absolutely stunning and has some beautiful, as you can see in here, it's on this print. I absolutely love all of these little details, and it just goes so perfectly with this. So it's a really, really different font that we've gone for in this as well. Those two. Next up, this is my favourite sheet. I absolutely love it. And you'll notice, well, we're doing slightly more foiled elements on this. So down here we've got our flags and tabs, and these just look absolutely stunning. So starting at the bottom, this beautiful like mountain range at the bottom with little silver sparkles. We've gone for silver this month as a foil colour, and it just looks, it's so sort of bright and fresh and crisp, and it feels very wintry, but also it's got a lot of, you know, with a lot of warmth, a bit of warmth in there as well. So it just feels like the perfect colour scheme to sort of start the year. You've kind of got this sort of lovely sort of soothing kind of pastel colours, the bright and crisp silver, and also these punchy purples, which are just sort of full of like, you know, inspiration, motivation to start the year. So yeah, I know it's a bit deep again colours, but I'm so pleased with how these turned out. I think these look absolutely stunning. So you've got this lovely kind of starscape at the top, which looks brilliant, and just like it kind of flows over and it's just really random, but also on the individual flags they all just look really like they're all super unique. So I will show you like how I'll show you this in more detail in the spreads a bit later on in the pack. Our trackers, weekly trackers here, again the font looks fab, like really punchy, and down here we've got some like really lovely like mini washi strips. Our quarter like scallop circles. At the top here there's also, if you can just see, it's a little bit foiling as well in the little icon stickers. We've got some like just like sort of sunbursts here, sort of our dots with some silver and then some hearts, and yeah, just a little bit of extra foil detail in all of those. And then finally for the biggest sheets, our sheet number 4 with our 2 big washi strips on. So these look fab. I'll show you in a sec as well. When these are side by side, they just kind of like the colours just sort of continue onwards and they're brilliant. You've got little moon up here, little sparkles in this top one, and of course our usual check boxes and quotes, reminders, quotes, reminders. Oh my goodness, words today, I'm struggling. One thing that I'm thinking about changing for the February pack, and I did say that I was going to make some changes for this month. What I am going to be doing, is foiling a bit more on these sheets as well, because we're going to be able to do that. But I was thinking and I wanted to just take a bit of time over this and get your opinion on it, was whether you would be interested in, rather than having the words like the meantime, birthday and all those, whether you'd be interested in icons instead. So I'll post some pictures and maybe do a poll on here as well of what I was thinking, but I thought icons might be just a little bit more flexible. So there might be icons, for example, on a laptop, which could, you know, mean work, or we do like a coffee cup, which could indicate like self-care, or obviously mean some from a coffee or something. You know, kind of, we can maybe just make them a little bit more flexible so you have more opportunities to use them. Let me know in the comments if you like that as an idea, and yeah, I will show you sort of what I'm thinking, but I don't want to make any big changes to this without properly thinking about it and consulting you guys first. So yeah, okay, moving on to this next one. I am obsessed with these. I think these are probably always one of my favorite things in every pack that we do, but especially these. This stunning font has just really come into its own in this one, and I think it looks so good with the silver foils. You've got remember your power, I choose to be the hero of my story, everything is within your power, and making my own way. So again, yeah, a real range of colours in these. I know sometimes, I think some of these sheets maybe look slightly strange, but you'll see it really does come together when you actually stick them in the planners and in the journals, which I'll show you, because yeah, because otherwise it does look slightly strange. But with this one being like, these are all kind of more like sort of gradienty, but yeah, so I will show you. Next up we have another sheet of quotes. So time to turn a new page, keep going, I'm powerful, fearless, brave and strong, I am destined for success in all my endeavours. And this quote, and this which was really some of the real strong inspiration behind this, everything can be taken away except our freedom to choose how to react and how to feel. And this was a kind of, I've sort of slightly paraphrased a quote from Viktor Frankl, who was, his book is on my reading list for this year, and he was somebody who, he wrote a book called Man's Search for Meaning, and he managed to survive the Holocaust. So he was in a concentration camp, managed to survive, and he said this quote, and I just think it really sums up the kind of like the feeling behind this pack, in that, you know, lots of things can happen to us, but we always have the freedom to choose how to react and what to do, and how to feel and how to react. And if absolutely everything is taken away, we do have those choices. And I think that is a really, really important thing to remember, especially when we're going through challenging times, is that we can always choose how to feel. And, you know, this isn't coming from me, it's coming from somebody who survived the Holocaust. So yeah, I feel like this is a good person to follow. Okay, on to this next sheet. Now this sheet looks a bit odd. I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to lie. It looks very, very strange, but there's a couple of different things in here. So yeah, you're probably looking at this thinking, what on earth is this? So a couple of things. So these are, and I've seen a few people using these on Instagram, and I thought they looked really cool. So I thought I'd have a go at making some of these, and they look fab in planners, because these are like basically torn pieces of paper almost. So you can put these in the corners to add a bit of colour, and then you can layer things up on top of them. Down the middle here we've got some lovely illustrations. Lovely illustrations of like suns and stars again in the colour scheme, which look great. And this very strange thing at the side is actually a sort of 2 strips of sort of the mountain style washi. So we've done some of these before. You'll recognise we did a snowflake one and a flowers one earlier this year, but this splits down the middle, and it's actually a mountain range down the side. So this looks great in the bottom of your journal, the bottom of your planner, and I will show you how this looks in a moment. Because finally, we also have our foil sheet for this month. So we've got these brilliant sunbursts coming up, which look fab, especially layered over some of these other bits and pieces. And then a lot, some more quotes at the bottom, and some little sparkly sparkles. I'm so good at filming these. Sparkly sparkles at the bottom with a bunch of quotes as well. And finally, some die cuts, extra die cuts for the month as well. So we've got our fearless, brave and strong. We've got our everything can be taken away quote. And time to turn a new page as well. So, as an example of how we can use some of these different like newer elements in planners, so I've done one of the like torn strips over here. You'll see how it looks like kind of overlaid with the shine bright quote and a little bit of detail. This is great. These are quite similar in a way to if you've got any of the December foils left over from the last pack, they will match in really, really well with this kit as well, because it's both silver. The little flag that I mentioned earlier from sheet 3 looks absolutely fab here. I'll just show you another one so you can really get a feel. Just gonna get my tweezers so I can show you. Giant big fingers in the way. Yeah, so you can kind of see that, like, the way I've done it, you get so much unique kind of detail on each of these, so it looks really lovely. And I'll show you one of the mountain ones as well. It's like a little mini piece of artwork on each flag, and I just think it looks really cool. Super pleased with how these have turned out. because I don't, it's a bit of a difference of illustration style for us, but I tried to put the, you know, I just sort of tried to do like a white kind of outline of mountains, and it looked a bit rubbish, so that's how I ended up with those. So yeah, so again, a little layering ideas and detail we've done with the quotes there, little sparkly bits. And down here you can use these sun shapes to kind of sit on the top of the boxes. And then down here it's one of the kind of mountain range sort of mini washi style strips. So they are the same sort of size if you've had any of the snowflake ones that we did before, but yeah, just adds like another bit of detail to the page as well. Just some idea there on how you can like layer things up. And here I've done a bit of a journaling page, which again, kind of use that torn strip at the top of the line page to create something a bit different. And you see how it kind of like layers on there with the sunshine, or if you imagine if it was like this way, it would also look pretty cool. One of our quotes, and then again one of our mountain ranges, one of the die cut stickers there to give you an idea of the size. It's really good for journaling. The die cuts, I always give you some extra ones of these so you've got like the bigger size. I try to do them quite small for planners, but they do look really nice in the bigger size, so if you're doing like creating journaling pages, they're perfect for that. Yeah, just again a little bit more, a few other ideas there of you can kind of layer them up. So yeah, it's a very sort of pastel-y look to this one, but I think you can, as you've seen, you can create some really, really interesting designs and effects. And I want to show you as well just how the washi looks at the bottom of the page. So I've started to do a bit of an example there of a monthly spread, and this is how that looks, which I think looks really, really stunning. Yeah, really pretty. So that's that. Sorry, I feel like I've been very rambly in this video, but yeah, apologies if I have been quite rambly. I'm very passionate about the message behind this pack, which I think you can probably tell. And yeah, I really want to help you start the new year with lots of like feeling powerful, feeling empowered, and yeah, feeling like you've got the power and the potential to take the action you need to take on your goals and to sort of make your goals happen for this year. So I really hope that you like this pack. I would love to know what you think in the comments below. I know it's a bit different, so please do let me know if you like it. What emoji can we use? What emoji can we use for this week, for this month rather? Let's go with, I don't think there are any mountain emojis. Let's go with the sun emoji. If you like this pack, drop a sun emoji in the comments below. As a reminder, this will be available until the 14th of December when we close it for the month. So definitely you can buy it as a one-off pack or subscribe before then. A 3-month subscription is a very good Christmas present as well, Christmas present idea. So we do have that option available, and you save a little bit of money by paying 3 months in advance on top of the saving you get for just generally subscribing. So if you are interested in that, definitely check that out. I'll pop all the links below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this very long video, and I really hope you liked them, and I'll see you all again very soon.